Tonight, a nation is now in mourning following that massacre in Buffalo that left 10 people dead at a supermarket.
Officials say they're investigating this as a hate crime. Authorities say the alleged shooter was driven by hate. They're digging into extremist views he allegedly posted on social media, including a 180-page document filled with racist and anti-Semitic rhetoric. Previous threats of violence he's made are being studied as well. State police investigated this 18-year-old shooter last June after he threatened violence during his hometown's high school graduation. He was given a mental health evaluation. No charges were filed.
He was just this quiet, smart kid that I wouldn't think could be able to do anything like what he did.
President Biden and the First Lady will be visiting Buffalo tomorrow. The president saying he will address this issue from all fronts, including the suspect's ties to white supremacy and the need for more gun control.
Now, there isn't one solution that can end mass killings like the one we saw in Buffalo, but there are red flags to watch for, and there is something you can control. Here's News 5 investigator Tara Morgan.
Mass killings like in Buffalo, widely seen on social media, are becoming what experts believe a new normal.
Everybody's a news reporter who's holding onto a phone, and we're getting a lot more coverage in a lot more ways.
Katherine Schweit started the FBI's active shooter program. She wrote the book, Stop the Killing. It's not just about what you're seeing on social media.
We have a lot of challenges with social media and the lack of really kind of attention paid, particularly at home, to people who can migrate to a social media site and then find like-minded people.
Schweit says the 18-year-old Buffalo shooter randomly came across videos of the 2019 Christchurch, New Zealand massacre, where at least 50 were killed, and grasped onto writings and theories, trying to make them his own.
I think the replacement theory is just that. It's nothing more than a theory. It's somebody who wrote something, people who are writing and supporting this idea that somehow people who are white are the originators and owners of a country, and that others who come into that country are trying to replace them.
Dr. Angela Neal Barnett, a professor at Kent State, says a common theme in mass killings is the psychology of hate.
Hate is easy to sustain. It gets reinforced.
Neal Barnett says stopping it means presenting the truth and interacting with people of different races, starting at a young age.
Coming together in safe spaces is just a beginning.
Schweit says there isn't one solution.
Watch the people around you. Mental health issues are part of the equation. Gun access and availability are part of the equation. But also individuals who are on a trajectory towards violence are often displaying 3 or 4 incidents of behavioral concern.
She says we should also recognize we can't erase what's already out in the world. Schweit points to the August 2015 shooting of a Virginia reporter and photographer.
Live video footage of that still is on the internet.
Schweit says part of it is about what we can control.
We don't need to run things and repost. And then we also need to be much more attentive to what our friends and family are watching.
I'm News 5 investigator Tara Morgan.